Hello, my name is Chase Razlick. Today I'll be doing my service learning presentation, my final presentation. Let's start out with an overview of my site. I volunteered at Pioneers Park Nature Center. It's located in Lincoln, Nebraska. My advisor was Neil Bryan. He was a really fun advisor. He knew a lot. I feel like I learned a lot from him. Pioneers Park is 668 acres, tall grass prairie, wetlands, and a forest. 10 miles of hiking trails running through it, and a tributary stream of Salt Creek. There's multiple wildlife exhibits and some with live animals. I worked with a lot of that a lot, or I worked with that a lot. Had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Uh, some of my experiences, what I volunteered and did was feeder watch. Feeder watch involved basically sitting in a window and watching bird feeders. It was a lot of fun. It was a part of a national count to count how many of each bird is seen to just kind of get an idea on population. I enjoyed it a lot. I've always been interested in wildlife and stuff like that. Did some trail maintenance with worked in teams with that. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. I assisted with a nature camp, worked with kids, a little more hectic than I'm used to, but I think I learned a lot from it. I did some community outreach, and I did some cleaning and maintenance of the turkey vulture enclosure. There's on the side is a photo of one of the turkey vultures. He's a little ornery. Before he was fed, he wanted to chase me around a little bit, but we got along eventually. I think I worked on communication a lot during my service learning. I worked on a team when I was doing trail maintenance. We were removing invasive species. Oh, well, I guess it was separate days. I worked on a team during trail maintenance and while removing invasive species from the park. Um, just a lot of understanding where to be and how to work with others. Like during the trail maintenance, I was in charge of filling wheelbarrows with mulch for other people, so always being ready when the next load needed to be filled. During the invasive species removal, which is similar to trail maintenance, I did a lot of chopping, and then we had to have a separate person come in and spray what's left of the stump on invasive small trees and stuff. And really felt like I made a difference with that because the difference it made in removing all those invasive trees and having it as a more natural thing felt really cool. And just working with the team, meeting new people, similar interests as me. And then I did communication when I did community outreach. I was at a museum at a booth answering questions from younger kids. I feel like I learned a lot about how to communicate with different people because like it was more you had to not dumb it down, but had to simplify some things to make it a little more interesting for the kids, and just learning communication that way was pretty interesting, and I think it made a difference. Conflict resolution. I worked with children during that community outreach and during nature camp, and I think kids are the most obvious needers of conflict resolution. There's always a little fight or lack of participation or something like that. And I learned a lot from the advisors there about how to deal with that. I think I'll use it in my personal life with my little brother because he's always needing conflict resolved, feels like. And yeah, I think I learned a lot about that doing that. Time management. I think I did just fitting volunteering into my schedule. I did a lot of weekend hours, so it was a little easier than trying to fit it in during the week. And also managing the time well volunteering was definitely a part of it because I needed to. It was usually a certain time limit, and allowing everything to get done, you have to prioritize how well you want certain things done. Like for example, when I was working on the vulture enclosure, I needed to change the bedding. I needed to fix some of the fence, and I needed to clean all the rocks that uh, had gotten dirty from the birds to keep the enclosure looking nice. So I could have had everything scrubbed completely, but I wouldn't have had time to fix the fence and replace the mulch and all that. So it was more of a once over kind of scrubbing and then making sure the birds were comfortable with nice mulch. And here, well, there's this owl that was sat next to me when I did feeder watch, and he was kind of awesome. Anyway, in overview, I volunteered. My name is Chase Razek. I volunteered at Pioneers Park Nature Center. I think I learned a lot with interpersonal skills. I think I learned a little more about what I want to do. Just working more with nature stuff. I kind of realized I think I'd rather go down more of that route and more agricultural stuff. I've changed my major to ag systems technology this semester. I think this helped me find that that would be a better fit. Um, I definitely would recommend it. I think it's a great place to go. I think it's just a really cool place. They have the bison, they have the owls, some vultures, and there's a lot of cool trails and stuff. And yeah, I think I learned a lot, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it. Thank you. Now I will see if I can stop this recording.